How are you, Haley?
I'm good.
Just good?
Yeah.
Why? Why are you just good?
It's just a Wednesday.
My co-host for the day. What is going on, folks? Gary Hardy and the mighty Haley Brunner coming to you with this week's Brunner's Bits. Our one and only Andy decided that he had work to do and is unable to be here with us today. He is doing some blueprint stuff. And Haley, while painting our bathroom with obnoxious colors, I told her, hey, you're doing a podcast with me today because we're talking about snow remediation, her favorite thing. Do you like snow?
No.
We'll get into that later. We got rain.
Yeah, finally.
It's only been like forever.
I don't think it's going to be enough.
I don't think it's going to be enough either. We've had about an inch and a half of rain. I think we'll get a little bit more today and then some more tomorrow morning, but I don't think it's going to be enough to cure our drought that we had. So, like our new microphones?
They're pretty snazzy.
Yeah. Wanted to try something different. We're having, I was tired of having the other mics. We'd had those for a while, and then Andy and I switched to these wireless mics, and they didn't sound very good. But these seem to sound okay.
Yeah, and they're not as big and in your face.
Yeah, these are actual podcasting mics. Little shout out to Rode. That is the company that makes my mixer. I bought their microphones too, so they seem to sound okay. I'm curious to see how the end result recording sounds. But with that being said, let's jump right into... You like how the music? We're going to jump into current events. So, Haley, are you up on your current events?
I'm not.
Oh, good. Because today we're going to start off with the new Tuskegee Airmen. That's right. Tuskegee University now has reactivated the Tuskegee Airmen program. Are you familiar with Tuskegee Airmen?
Nope.
They didn't teach you that in history class in school?
You think I remember history class from high school?
Honey, you're only 21.
That stuff, it flew right over my head once I walked over that stage and took my diploma.
Huh.
I skedaddled.
You skedaddled, huh?
I sure did.
Well, the Tuskegee Airmen was an all African-American pilot program during World War II. I believe they had like 900 pilots, but I think 300 to 400, don't quote me, actually flew in World War II, and they were some of the best pilots that the United States Army Air Corps had. It wasn't even the Air Force then. It was considered the Army Air Corps. You ever seen the movie Red Tails?
No.
Go check it out sometime. It has, it's about the Tuskegee Airmen in World War II. But with that being said, the Tuskegee Airmen program has been revitalized, and I believe they have a black female pilot that is going to be flying in the program. So I think that's really cool. I think we need more female doing things like that. I think there's a lot, but I think I like girl power.
Yeah, there is a lot of women moving up into those different areas. It's just not really mentioned.
Well, like your position typically in the past would have been considered a man's position, and here you are.
Yeah.
Bossing men around.
And it's pretty fun.
Is it?
It sure is.
We'll talk more about that too. Actually, we'll just jump into that. So how did that feel when you had to write that one gentleman up and he threw a pen or down at the desk?
Oh, when he slammed his hand on the desk? It was, I didn't want to do it.
Were you scared?
No. I mean, actions have consequences. If you're going to act like a toddler, You're gonna have that. There's gonna be consequences.
That is very true. Whether you act or speak, there are always consequences. There is freedom of speech and freedom of action, but they are not free of consequence. So I'm really proud of you being a lady leading folks. You too could be a Tuskegee Airwoman if you really want. No, you're blind. You got to have good eyes. You're pretty blind.
You don't have to tell everybody about it.
Yeah, she's pretty blind. All right, next current event. My Browns beat the Green Bay Packers last week. Woohoo! Woohoo! 13-10. Talk to me about football, Haley. Notice you're not saying much. So why don't you like football?
I can't get into it. It's not enjoyable.
But you were a cheerleader.
I wasn't paying attention. I was there because it was fun. I got to yell.
What was your favorite cheer?
Oh gosh.
Pirate Rumble. Everybody do the Pirate Rumble.
There was there was one. It was Orange Crush Lemon Ice.
Orange Crush Lemon Ice. What was that?
I don't want to get into it.
You can move that stuff, Aisha. Aisha's in here now, folks. And while she's moving stuff, I'm going to ask her a question. Aisha, you being a history teacher major, do you know who the Tuskegee Airmen are? You need to study history.
Is that like with aviation? Because I'm in an American aviation class right now.
They haven't taught you about the Tuskegee Airmen, the African American pilots in World War II?
Well, we're not that far into it yet.
It's
Okay.
okay, Aisha. I couldn't give an answer
Start
either.
of how airplanes were made. We just got done talking about Lindbergh.
Oh, so Aisha, folks, has not learned yet about the Tuskegee Airmen. She is in an aviation class in college right now, but they are learning about Lindbergh, who tell me
Well, he's a Nazi.
Charles Lindbergh was a Nazi? I did not know that.
Yeah. He
Where
agreed with them, and
that doesn't mean he was one.
he was a neo-Nazi.
I would have to look that up. I've never heard of that. Is that what they taught you in school?
We just watched a whole documentary about how after he went to Germany, he started being all anti-Jewish and thought they were completely inferior. And
Oh, wow. I'm going to have to look that up about Charles Lindbergh. Wow. Well, you need to learn about the Tuskegee Airmen. So Charles Lindbergh, I guess, had anti-Semitic views. I did not know that. Wow. Back to football. Wow. Wind in my sails just got thrown out. I was really hoping you would know who the Tuskegee Airmen were. Once you learn about it, you got to come tell me, because I would be surprised if they didn't teach you about it. Because if you're only on Lindbergh, that's before the Tuskegee Airmen. So back to football, Haley. So how did that cheer go?
I don't know.
You don't remember?
I can't remember it all the way.
Give me some.
You literally just went Orange Crush Lemon Ice, kick them once, kick them twice, and then you just redid the whole thing.
Well, I'm going to have to say that to Shannon.
Oh, she would remember.
What was it? Orange chicken, lemon ice?
Orange Crush.
Oh,
Lemon Ice.
orange crush, lemon ice. Orange chicken and rice.
I'm not
Kick them
repeating
once, kick them twice. Orange crush, lemon ice. Kick them once, kick them twice. Browns beat the Packers 13-10. It may be our only win of the season. Just kidding. We're the best team in the NFL. Got the best running back, Quinshawn Judkins, best rookie running back. I've been doing this to myself for the last 45 years about the Browns, saying that this year's going to be the year, and it's never the year.
That's because we're diehard Browns fans, and that's what we do.
Yep.
I'm only one by default.
Go Myles Garrett.
I don't watch football.
I do. Lots of it. It's my favorite pastime.
I'll watch the big one.
The what?
What is it called? The Super Bowl.
Super Bowl?
There you go. Thank you.
That's all you watch is a Super Bowl?
And it's for the halftime show only.
the halftime show's not been good the past few years.
Last year, not so much. Year before
That was who, Drake last year?
No. It was Kendrick
Kendrick
Lamar.
Lamar. Oh, they don't like each other, do they? Kendrick Lamar and Drake. Yeah. I wonder if he's a Nazi. I'm just kidding. Hey, as a Jew, a member of the Jewish culture, even though I'm a Christian, my family's from Israel, I can make jokes. Sorry. I don't know much about Kendrick Lamar or Drake.
I don't pay attention.
I like the Grateful Dead
There you go.
and the Beach Boys.
I don't know who those are.
You don't know who the Beach Boys are?
Talk to my parents.
Actually,
Blame
that would
all
be
that
your
on
that
your
would be your
parents.
grandparents.
There you go.
Wow. Well, folks, the Browns won. Here's a big one. Ohio is poor.
Shocking.
Are you shocked?
No.
We are the 12th poorest state in the union. Look at those stats. The median household only makes $72,212. Household earnings are less than $10,000. Oh, I'm sorry. Households earning less than $10,000 is 266,000 households. Households earning over $200,000, which is not me, is 452,000 households. Median earnings for workers are $45,067. Now, here's a stat that I think is unfair. The median earnings for men and women should be equal. But there is a $14,000 difference almost, and that's way too much. And here's another thing that sucks is 8.7% of the Ohio population is below poverty level. And that is sad. And I did not expect that 93.3% of households have health insurance. I didn't expect that. But Ohio is poor. We are the 12th poorest out of 50 states. And Mississippi was number one as the poorest state in the union. So with what I just read, where do you feel you stand? Are you in poverty? Do you think you're in poverty?
Close.
Do you have a car to drive?
I have a car.
Do you have a roof over your head?
Yeah.
Do you have food in your cabinet?
Okay.
Do you have shoes? You're not poverty.
I wouldn't say poverty, but
I would say that your household is above median if you count all three of you.
yes.
So you guys are fine. You guys are in that 72. Actually, if you add all three of you guys, you're way over that.
Yeah.
So that's okay.
It's because I made a good amount last year.
You are not in the earnings of $200,000.
Oh gosh, no. Mm-mm.
And none. I mean, heck, even me and Josh and Andy are under the median earnings for men workers. We don't bring in that much money. Now, if you added in all of the little things, little intricacy things that we get, like our trucks and stuff like that, I guess you could say that. But I mean, I think I'm at $52,000 a year, and I'm an owner of the company. I guess I just put that out on public broadcast. Beep. So I would say that at our company, I think we're doing okay as long as you have income from a second person in your home. So, but we also the health benefits go into effect Wednesday next week.
Yay.
I pay for them this paycheck, of which all of you guys will get like $20 or $30 more in your paychecks, so not only are you getting benefits, but you get a $20 or $30 increase in your paycheck.
Hey, that's a tank of gas right there.
Kinda. Depends on which gas station. If you go to Sheetz or Arco, maybe, but if you go to Speedway or somewhere else, it's like 20 cents more.
What are you talking about? I got them Speedway rewards.
How many rewards do you have?
Over 10,000 points.
Oh, Shannon's like in the 60 or 70
well,
thousands.
fun fact, apparently, they disappear they expire. I had 60,000 last year, and somehow they're all gone. Unless someone's been stealing my phone number.
Which is a possibility.
It could be. It's heartbreaking.
It is. Let's jump into it, Haley.
Yay.
Let's talk about your favorite topic, snow remediation. So tell me, why don't you like snow removal?
Because it's cold and it's wet, and you guys wake me up at all hours of the night. And then I'm on call for 4-6 hours and get some sleep. Get as much sleep as you can. No, I'm stalking the radar.
Was it because of anxiety?
PTSD.
You think you have snow watching PTSD?
I went to Michigan for a funeral and I was panicking because it kept snowing. And I kept thinking, I need to go out there and shovel. I didn't.
Even though you're in Michigan and it wasn't snowing down here?
Yep. Well, I was down there. I was in the snow and I didn't know what to do with myself, so I started getting anxious.
That you could play in the snow and not have to clean up the snow?
Yeah. They had, I think, they had close to 30 feet on the ground.
Huh. 30
There was
feet.
houses buried.
Was this Noah's grandfather's funeral?
Yep. Up in the tippy top of that peninsula.
So they're upper Michigan.
They're the...
Almost Canada.
Yeah, I think they're 2 hours from Ontario if you just want to cross the lake.
Huh. Interesting. Never been to Ontario.
I want to just go to Canada, period.
I've only been to southern Michigan, like by Ann Arbor and all that. Shannon's twin sister lived in Ypsilanti when we first started dating.
Yeah. I stopped. There's a couple towns down there. I can't remember their names, but we stayed in Mackinac for a night.
Oh, Mackinac Island.
Yeah, we didn't go on the ferry to go out there, but we...
It's probably frozen.
No, I went in the summertime, too. No, we flew in the wintertime. You couldn't drive up there. It was pretty much the only way to get into there is if you had a snowmobile.
Wow. So our first topic, Haley, is going to be equipment planning. Equipment planning takes a lot. We just did our first snow planning, was it last Monday?
Yes.
And that was the first time you'd sat in on it.
Yeah.
And me and the other two owners, Josh and Andy, your dad and your other uncle, it gets a little heated sometimes, doesn't it?
Yeah, I sat there a little awkward.
There's a lot of stuff to plan with equipment, like who's going to drive. We've lost, 2 snow drivers?
Yep.
And we added a snow plow. So we lost two snow drivers. We added a plow, so we're -3 on plow drivers, and we had to figure that out. And I think we did between Dale, Noah Young, and Matt pulling out of the Bobcat. But some companies just keep taking snow properties and snow properties and snow properties. And if you don't start planning in July, August, September, you'll oversell.
Yeah.
So how did you feel that our snow equipment planning went?
I think it went okay.
Did you learn anything?
Yeah.
What did you learn?
I mean, your spreadsheet, how you label everything on who does what, even their properties, so that by the time we are all hands on deck, everyone has it ready, and then we can just go.
So your dad and Uncle Andy, they get ticked off at me because we'll do that 3 or 4 more times before our first snow. Like, didn't we just do this? Didn't we just do this? And try to explain to them, we're making it muscle memory, because last winter, for as awful as it went pretty dang on smooth.
Yeah.
Considering the only thing that didn't go smooth was, when we'll talk more about it in subcontractor planning, is the fact that you guys had to go out and do a lot of the work that one of our subcontractors was supposed to do.
I could have been in
on
my
sidewalks.
bed. I could have been in my bed 4 hours earlier.
Probably so. That major snowstorm, other than our big factory Domtar, I mean, we were pretty much done with everything in 15 to 16 hours, minus sidewalks too. You had to come back in and do sidewalks, but even that went fairly smooth considering.
Yeah.
What was the worst part about the equipment during that storm?
Well, you see,
Talk about the dump truck. Your very first trip in the dump truck. I want our Facebook land to hear about your dump truck escapade.
well, obviously, people are going to get buried and aren't going to be able to drive in. So we offer, hey, let us know. Start your car. Try to move it. Even before we're going to call you in, make sure you're unburied and able to move it. But unfortunately, sometimes your cars don't go. So we got a call. One of my sidewalk guys was snowed in, couldn't get here. Volunteered to go get them. Well, I was in a truck that somehow is not four-wheel drive, and I didn't have enough weight in the dump bed. So we spent an hour trying to dig dump truck out of a cul-de-sac with cars on all sides. We got it out. Took me an hour and a lot of shoveling.
How many people were with you?
3.
It's a lot of shoveling considering we had about 8 inches of snow on the ground.
All I had was man plows. I didn't even have an actual shovel.
Oh, that makes it even worse because
Yeah.
the man plows are. So the man plows, folks, are this plow that is about the width of a sidewalk. You have the brace. You can either push it or, if you're skinny enough, get inside of the brace and push it. But
I never thought about it.
Oh yeah,
What?
It removes a whole sidewalk.
Never put it on me. Not this year.
It is not made to actually scoop shovel
No.
snow out, though. It's more of a human being snowplow.
Yeah.
And we didn't plan. I'll throw myself in there. We didn't plan that properly because I have the 4-wheel drive truck and I could have probably went and got him.
I mean, it was a learning experience now going down that very, very long and steep hill. That was a little horrifying.
Alex Bell's horrifying until they plow it.
Yeah. Same thing with going to our Centerville properties. That big hill on Alex Bell. Is that what you're talking about in Centerville? Towards Centerville?
Yeah, cars get stuck going up that hill because they think they can, and they are not the little engine that could. They cannot.
Nope. I went down it with a trailer. Just because your truck's in 4-wheel drive doesn't mean that trailer's going to stay straight.
Again, equipment planning.
Yep.
We have to make sure that the sidewalk crews come in and that they know their route and they understand the difficulty of going up and down hills in certain areas. It is okay and it is safe to pull a trailer as long as you have weight on it and you're in a 4-wheel drive truck that won't get stuck. But it does still sway back and forth.
Yeah, sometimes depending on like if I'm turning, if I know I'm going to slide and there's no cars around, I will push myself into the middle just until I'm down and I'll have all my lights that I possibly can have on and then go from there just because they need to see if I'm going to start losing control. I would rather not die.
And with our equipment planning, we got some tools that we use for sidewalks, such as lawnmowers that have snow blades on it with big tires. Do those always work?
Nope. I think I successfully used it on 2 properties last year.
So let me ask you, is it operator error or is it lack of training on it or is it conditions?
It depends. It can be all of the above depending on who's using it and who's getting them ready. We had a mixture of operator error and conditions. I have figured it out. Anything more than 3 inches, those things cannot push. There's not enough.
Well, they are just John Deere mowers. They're not tractors. So that makes sense. They may not have enough oomph.
Yeah, but they're really good for cleanup. You can get cleanup done real quick.
So really, they're perfect for touch-up work.
Yeah. It can get a little tedious depending on if you need to put it at an angle because you have to get off, pop pins out, manually move it. then put the pins back in, and then, now you need it back. If you're at a left angle, now you're going to need to angle it to the right. It can get a little bit tedious.
Is it a good piece of equipment though?
Oh yeah, and it's really fun.
Another piece of equipment planning that we always have to pay attention to is where we're going to put bobcats and who's going to operate those bobcats. And when I say where we're going to put them, because depending on placement and city, we can actually, with an escort, drive those bobcats from one property to another.
It just takes forever.
It takes about 40 minutes to get 5 miles. And then our tractor that your cousin Tyler drives, we learned a little bit of equipment planning with that. He needs an escort when he drives on the main road with that tractor because cars do not pay attention.
No. And there's a lot of signage and a lot of lights on that thing.
It can be unsafe. So equipment planning is important. And folks, I'm just going to tell you, today's going to be a long one. We still got 3 topics to go over with snow, and we're 26 minutes in. That's what happens when I got my niece here to chat with. It's the only time I get to talk to her. She doesn't like me if we're not on a podcast. She avoids me at all turns.
You hide in your office.
I do not hide. I'm busy. All right. Next bit of planning, team member planning. And this sometimes can be one of the most tedious things. Like during that big storm, we had a gentleman that is no longer working for us. He came in for the first part of the storm.
Yes.
Went home because it was his birthday, called in, and even asked you guys to come to his birthday party because he was so, I want to say, ignorant that he didn't pay attention. Like, hey, we're in the middle of like the worst snowstorm we've had in 20 years. And you're asking us to leave work to come to your birthday party when you should be here at work helping us?
Yeah.
How did that make you feel?
At that point, I was so exhausted that it didn't even really register until I had more than a couple of hours of sleep in my system. But it was irritating because at that point, I think I was getting close to 30 hours at that point in 2 days. So I was half tempted to go rebury their lot in snow.
With personnel planning too, you have to prepare for people to be sick, and that's legit. As the owner, as one of the owners of our company, I got sick that first massive snowstorm. You guys had me for about the first 12 hours, but then I tapped out until for 2 days. Andy ended up having to roll with it. I'm sure you guys didn't even notice that I wasn't there.
Nope.
But that's because we do those snow routes and
Yep.
that snow planing like we do, that it's second nature. We got to prepare for somebody of the staff to be sick or for something to happen that they can't be there. We put our team on call. You get on call pay, which isn't a lot. It's $2 an hour, but it's still $2 an hour. Last year, we didn't have that much on call because it just we knew it was going to snow. We just, hey, it's going to snow, be ready.
So that forecast was pretty accurate.
Every forecast we had this past winter was pretty accurate. If it said it was going to snow, it snowed. We went through 160 tons of salt last year. Not to mention we went through a few team members. We had 2 team members that they were brand new. Jaden squared, the 2 Jadens. They just weren't built for it, I don't think.
Yeah, there was some drama with one of them.
Tell me about it.
Well, supposedly there was a family emergency. It was day one. 6 hours into day 1. Family emergency. Another team member overheard that nope, it was their parents saying, say it's a family emergency if you want to go home that bad. There was no family emergency. They couldn't handle it. They got through 1 property. Or 2. They got through 2 properties.
And some of that comes with not dressing for the environment.
He was not.
He had a leather jacket on. Like, when I say leather jacket, a dress leather jacket. I don't remember him being in warm clothes at all. And that's really the biggest thing with the personnel planning. Like, if you're in a truck, you dress one way. And if you're on the sidewalk crew, you dress another way.
Yeah.
And if you're in a Bobcat, you got to dress both ways and be prepared to be on a sidewalk when you're done or to be in a truck when you're done.
I even gave him extra layers, and It wasn't enough. I gave him all of my extra grocery bags for my feet. We had a bunch of extra socks.
So the grocery bag thing, what we do is you take plastic bags, put them over your socks, put your socks in your boots, and it does waterproof your boots for a time being.
Except someone last year put their grocery bags over their boots instead.
Yeah.
It worked.
Who did that?
Dom.
Well, Dom's a special kind of person.
His feet stayed dry.
So what's the most difficult part about personnel planning for you?
Aces and places, just because depending on the property, you have to be a little bit more anal. Businesses, you have to be way more anal because they're going to be operating.
Did you say aces?
Aces and places.
What's aces mean? I've never heard that.
Aces and places is what we use on putting people where they're going to work the best, like where their strengths.
I got you.
Where their weaknesses.
I've never heard that before.
We use that on mowing. We've always used that. Carnes, Matt, all of us.
Wow.
Call it aces and places.
And I'm one of the owners of this company, and I've never heard you guys use that. Cool. That makes me happy, believe it or not. I like not knowing everything. That's cool.
It's my method.
So putting people in their proper places.
Yep.
That put them up for success. That's yeah. For me, I don't have personnel challenges other than getting people to sleep on the trucks. That's the hardest part, is getting people to sleep. And I think I'm passing the buck to Andy on that.
Yeah.
Andy did a good job with
he
that.
make Josh go to sleep. My father did not want to go to bed. He wanted to work.
He's something else. All right, let's move on. Here's an important one. Subcontractor planning. We'll just run through this one real quick. We use one subcontractor now. We will not use a subcontractor for HOAs ever again. And we will not put our trust in a company that thinks they're bigger than they are. We had a subcontractor. We built a salt bin in his facility. After we built it, we didn't have access to it because he didn't have the kahunas to get with his landlord prior to us building it and say, hey, can this other business in here move their cars so that we can have access to this entry point? It's not the other business's fault.
Yeah.
It's 100% the subcontractor's fault, because before we spent the $2,000 building the salt bin, he didn't do his due diligence prior, other than the fact he wasted $5,000 putting concrete in that we weren't even able to use.
Not to mention we almost broke our equipment trying to get those cement blocks in.
There's that. And then on top of it, here's the biggest thing, and this probably adds to personnel planning. His personnel did awful at sidewalk clearing. So therefore, one of our property managers was out shoveling sidewalks. And then when you got there, you took care of it. But then when he came, what did he tell you?
He told me that he apologizes, and then he sent his crew to come talk to me, and his crew came up to me and said, what do we do?
And he should have known what to do when he gave me the price for those properties, of which he's done for 2 years.
Not to mention,
at that point.
Not to mention that property manager already told me that she talked to him, told him exactly what to do.
Well, he's no longer working for us. I don't even think he's in business anymore. I think he sold his company, which is fine. He's a good kid, just not a good business owner. Our other subcontractor, though, we dropped the ball during that first storm by not getting him out quick enough. But other than that, there's no planning with Country Club. He knows what he's got to do. He knows his parameters, and he just rolls with it.
He's really nice.
I really enjoy the partnership we have with him between snow, and also he does our irrigation for us. But he also helps us with our salt, because he has a bin that he allows us to put salt in, and
uses his skid steer.
Yeah, and uses skid steer. And up until this year, we ordered all of our salt under his account. And finally, he's like, "Here, Gary, here's the contact. You just start your own account," because he orders like 40, 50 tons of salt, and this year we had to order 200 tons of salt.
Yikes.
Yeah, and we'll go over that in our bonus tip before we're finished. But yeah, subcontractor planning. Like, we've thought about getting subcontractors for sidewalks. It never works out. A couple years ago, we had that one gentleman that Libby had us use. He was supposed to do the hilltops, and he just didn't show up or answer his phone. So we ended up having to go out and do the hilltops.
We do sidewalks at Hilltops?
Hilltop 1 and 2.
Never been out there.
We just do the U's.
Oh, yeah, because I staged
Yes, you
salt.
have.
I've never shoveled it, but I've staged salt there every year.
It's not a hard property to do.
No.
Because we don't do the city walks. We just do, like at Hilltop 2, there's the 2 long sidewalks along the fronts. We do those. At Hilltop 1s, we just do all of the U's, and that's it. We don't do the city walks.
Yeah, unless there's 8 feet of snow in the ground and you have to go through them somehow.
That is the truth too. But sidewalks, wow, subcontractor planning, it's important to know your subcontractor's capabilities and to also not overload them. Like there comes, like we're at the point in the season right now where I won't give Country Club any more work because I know that he's booked.
Yep.
And he's also, you got to leave them space for their own clients too. Because at the end of the day, their clients end up being before yours.
Yeah.
But subcontractor planning is really important. That goes into our columns of culture. You invest in your subcontractors. So if you folks are looking for a company that prides itself on integrity when it comes to snow remediation, we tell you the truth all the time. Even if you don't like it, you can give us a call at 937-681-4859. If you're looking for a company that's dependable, which we are, and the reason, even if we tell you what you don't want to hear, we do the things that we say that we're going to do. And you can visit our website, leave some comments on it, do whatever, apply for a job, apply for us to come out and look at your property. I will tell you our snow routes are full for the year, but landscaping's still open and mowing's still open for next year. And then, folks, if you just want to leave a comment, as long as you're respectful, heck, who am I kidding? I don't care if you're respectful or not. Just leave a comment below because nobody ever does. And as Haley's grandfather says, shall we continue?
I can't get over that photo.
So here's our bonus tip before we close out this long episode. Salt planning. Sidewalks. What do you do for the salt?
Ice melt.
And what do you do with? Do you pre-stage it? Do you keep it in the truck?
We pre-stage it and we keep extra in the truck.
And we go through quite a bit of ice melt, and that's what we use on all sidewalks. We do not use rock salt on sidewalks anymore. Do you know why?
Because it corrodes the cement.
Yep, it deteriorates it, leaves pits in it. Eventually, it cracks, and it just looks like crap. Not saying the ice melt doesn't damage it over time, but not near the way that salt does. Ice melt is a much more, it's a little bit more expensive, but it's a much more environmentally and pet safe product.
And it will melt in colder temperatures.
It will. Rock salt, I think, stops at like 7 or 8 degrees, depending on the brand. Some of them are even higher than that. Ice melt goes sometimes down to -30.
Yep.
Depends on which brand you purchase. We use bulk rock salt for our driving surfaces. And how we plan for that is we pre-ordered this year 200 tons, and we're building a bin on our property here in Moraine. And then we also have Country Club's property that we keep our salt at. This year, it's looking like we're going to spend $20,000 to $25,000 just on salt product, whether it snows or not. So we could end up getting stuck with storage of all of that stuff.
Yeah, but that just means less next year.
It does, but I think we'll use it. I think we're going to have a bad winter.
You don't have to tell me that now. Let me be in ignorant bliss just for a little longer.
Uh-oh, that's the sound. I'm a dancer. Anyways, folks, if you want to catch our show, you can catch us every Thursday at 10 a.m. Sometimes you'll have Andy, and it looks like sometimes you'll have Haley.
Yay.
But you'll always have me, Gary. So we appreciate you checking us out. Haley, it's been fun. Have a great day. Have a great life. And at Brunner's, Haley, what matters?
Satisfaction.
That's my girl. She
I
got it
remembered
right.
this time. Yay.
Hey. All right, folks. Talk at you later. Peace.